possibility of ancient trade between the Phoenicians, renowned seafarers and traders of the Mediterranean, and Native Americans, indigenous peoples of the Americas, has intrigued historians and archaeologists for centuries. While mainstream academia tends to be conservative about pre-Columbian transoceanic contact, the idea persists in some scholarly and popular discussions. This essay explores the historical, archaeological, and speculative evidence supporting and refuting the possibility of such interactions. The Phoenicians, originating from the region of modern-day Lebanon, were remarkable sailors and traders whose influence stretched across the Mediterranean from 1500 BCE to 300 BCE. Their extensive maritime network connected them with various ancient civilizations, facilitating trade and cultural exchange. They established colonies, the most famous being Carthage, and navigated the treacherous waters of the Atlantic, with some historical sources suggesting voyages as far as the British Isles and possibly West Africa. The Atlantic Ocean posed a formidable barrier to ancient seafarers. However, hypothetical contact routes between the Phoenicians and Native Americans have been speculated. One such route involves westward voyages from the Phoenician strongholds in North Africa to the Americas. Given the Phoenicians' known ability to navigate open seas and their desire for valuable trade goods, proponents argue that it is plausible they could have reached the Americas. Some theories suggest that favorable currents and winds may have aided such transoceanic journeys. Archaeological evidence for Phoenician presence in the Americas is controversial and scant. Artifacts purportedly indicating Phoenician influence, such as inscriptions, coins, and pottery fragments, have not been widely accepted by the mainstream academic community. Critics argue that many of these findings lack rigorous verification or could be misinterpretations of indigenous artifacts. However, proponents believe that potential evidence may lie undiscovered, waiting to be unearthed in future excavations. Some researchers have pointed to linguistic and cultural parallels between ancient Phoenician and Native American societies. For instance, similarities in certain symbols and motifs used in Phoenician and indigenous American artifacts have led some to speculate about cultural diffusion. However, these comparisons often remain speculative without concrete evidence linking the two cultures directly. The remarkable similarities could also be attributed to parallel developments or coincidental resemblances. Advances in genetic research have opened new avenues for investigating ancient human migrations. While no definitive genetic link between ancient Phoenicians and Native Americans has been established, genetic studies have revealed surprising connections between distant populations, suggesting complex prehistoric human movements. Some scholars speculate that any potential Phoenician-Native American contact might be embedded in genetic markers waiting to be discovered. The majority of historians and archaeologists adhere to the view that pre-Columbian transoceanic contact was limited, and that the bulk of evidence does not support extensive ancient trade between the Phoenicians and Native Americans. This cautious approach is based on the current lack of irrefutable archaeological or genetic evidence. However, the field of historical inquiry remains dynamic, and future discoveries could potentially alter this perspective. The idea of ancient trade between the Phoenicians and Native Americans remains a tantalizing possibility that continues to capture the imagination of many. While definitive proof is lacking, the investigation into such potential contacts encourages a broader consideration of human history and prehistoric interactions. Whether future research will substantiate these claims or relegate them to the realm of myth, the debate itself enriches our understanding of the ancient world and the enduring human quest for exploration and connection.